Hey there, all you cool cats and kittens. On today's high-end gaming, we talk about Pokemon, otherwise known as Pokémasters. I'm your host, Matt. With me is my co-host, Teddy. We have two special guests today, Fred Sanchezzz, back from our Ep7 episode, and a newcomer, Chasetopher. Say hello.
Hi.
You're.
I did the Carol Baskin intro. Did you guys notice?
Yeah, did you see she's on Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, we talked about, me and Tom did a podcast the other day, and apparently the family of the guy, so the family of the guy she allegedly murdered paid for an advertisement to play at the beginning of the Dancing with the Stars episode that she was on.
Classic.
Oh my god.
Subterfuge, espionage, legerdemain. These are all... That's ruthless, but you got to do what you got to do. So anyway, forget it. Like, well, why is she even on it? Like, who picked her? Who's in the boardroom?
OG is going to be on it soon.
It's like that meme where the guy is in the boardroom, the cartoon, and he asks about a question, and the first two people say what he wants to hear, and the other guy's like leaning on his hand. And he says something the guy doesn't want to hear. In the next block of the meme,
they're out the
is the
window.
guy getting thrown out the window. And instead, in this scenario, the guy said Carol Baskin, and they didn't throw him out the window. And they said, like, yeah, let's get her. 2020 though, Carol Baskin is on fucking Dancing with the Stars. So to video games, what I imagine Chase and Ed didn't play any video games this past week because they're busy being adults.
No, I did.
What about you, Teddy?
Well, I'm just still playing Tony Hawk. I beat the first Tony Hawk in the collection, so now I'm doing the second part, and I'm making my own level, which is really crazy. You can have shit floating in the air, like it's bonkers.
What about you, Ed? What are you playing?
I just been playing Street Fighter Online, just getting my ass kicked left and right.
What Street Fighter?
Yeah, Street Fighter what?
Five.
You know that's
They
that's gonna be free next month. Oh wait, or that's free this month, right? Is it this month?
They added a lot of characters to it, so I've been
Street Fighter 5 is trash. Maybe you should play. Sorry, that's my hater in me.
Speaking of trash, Ed, is your favorite Pokemon Trubbish? Because that's what you are.
Nah, dude, Garbodor is my favorite because he reminds me of you.
I was going to say that too. I kind of think of Trubbish and you.
I beat you both to it. You think I didn't know you were going to say some shit about me being trash Pokemon? I'm way ahead of you guys. I prepared. I created the questionnaire. All right.
I'm going to cross out that whole paragraph.
All right. So what about you, Chase? When was the last time you played a video game that wasn't on your cell phone?
Never. I play Pokemon Go religiously, 12 hours a day.
Really?
Yep.
That's his work. That's his job.
Nonstop.
Dude, you got to find a way to monetize that.
Is there ever like a Pokemon you can't reach, and you're just like, fuck this?
Yeah. They started using these remote raid passes because of COVID, so you don't have to like show up to the gyms. But like, I used to just like go walk to them and no problem. Like, never like thought of any other way to do it. Now I just refuse to get out of the house and do it.
Damn.
I'll just be like remote.
So it's like there's no go at all. It's just
no, they got
Pokemon
stay.
Yeah, they made like they increased all the ranges, like so you can be like mad far from the Pokestop. Like you don't have to get out of the car. Like nothing is unreachable. It could be in the middle of a park, and you can.
Didn't somebody like get hit by a car playing that shit, or is that just hearsay?
No, I would believe it because half the game is just warnings like be careful, don't look down at your phone, but also keep playing and spend money.
Well, I heard that one girl was walking, she went right into a wood chipper.
Oh my god!
What is
I remember
this,
that story. I remember that story. That was a funny story.
It was starring Steve Buscemi and that Russian guy. I think it was called Fargo. All right, so Pokemon Go, that's pretty relevant, I guess, even though it's just... I tried it. The only time I played it, I was in Utah, and I went to the Mormon temple, and that's when Pokemon Go was huge, and everybody was there catching Pokemon. The Mormons put out like thousands of high-level Pokemon at their temple, so people would come.
I don't know. I stopped playing back in 2016.
I remember.
was like, this game's never going to take off. Like, it was just glitch, lag. There was nothing to it. It's just like catch the original 150 Pokemon, and that was the end of it. And now, there's 100 people at every raid hour in the village.
So wait, are you saying I could host Pokemon in my backyard and people can come to my backyard and catch some Pokemon?
They could be anywhere and catch Pokemon.
That sounds a little.
But any church nearby, most likely going to be a gym.
That sounds like a pedophile paradise right there. Hey, I put a Gyarados in my backyard?
Well, they got rid of
about that
a couple of years. I think sometime when I wasn't playing, they got rid of all the I guess they had schools they were either like Pokestops or gyms, and they got rid of it because there was just like crowds of people standing outside the school, and like the teachers and the principals are just like
one guy in a trench coat.
Yeah, like he's
shorts.
And they're like, "Oh my god, what's he going to do?"
Himself.
Like, he's just
Fred Sanchezzz is chilling out there,
just yelling at his phone.
Yo, actually, that reminds me. Did you see the documentary about the dude? He has like 51 phones on hooked up to his bike, and they all have Pokemon Go on them.
I saw that.
Oh God,
I've definitely seen that.
Video. I gotta look that up.
It's insane because I have my old phone that I use to have a second account on if I need extra people. You can only invite so many people with those invite things, so you can invite if you have two phones, you can invite double the people. But that's even hard to do. I just get old. I get tired with it. I can't imagine what that dude was like mentally.
Dude, I've seen people who have little holders that go over the tub, and they're just in the tub with 4 iPads.
Oh shit!
Boom, but that's for Clash of Clans and shit.
Yeah, it's like piano play.
Dude, it literally looks like this dude's driving a Pee Wee Herman bike and just cruising, playing Pokemon Go in the streets.
What's his face? Mooney. He old friend Mooney. He used to walk 4 miles a day every single day after work, just to play Pokemon Go.
Dude, fucking Austin's still playing hard, dude. I haven't talked to him since you were in school.
Is it even possible to catch them all? Is it even physically possible to catch them all?
Yeah.
All 890.
Dude, it's the power that's inside, dude.
Well, they're only up to a certain generation.
They anything other than what's it Unova? I guess that's what
I think they're up to generation.
They're not all out yet. So, but if it's out, it's catchable. They want you to catch it. They want you to spend money. They give you free passes every day, and if you can just chill with it, then you can not spend money. But I know people that are nonstop.
Dude, I didn't know there was over 25 games. I did not know that.
Of just Pokemon?
Yeah.
Well,
but half of them are remakes.
They're making a new Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the ridiculousness of the games because the remakes they do always add stuff to them. They'll add new Pokemon from other generations, and it's never a 1-by-1 or 1-for-1 remake. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I don't know if you guys are how prepared you guys are. Ted said he has 35 sheets of notes, but
and carpal tunnel.
But first things first. So for Pokemon players like Ed and Chase, which I'm very interested to hear your final 6. Who do you take? Who do you take into the darkness of Team Rocket's building headquarters? What
Team
6?
Rocket?
Just do. We'll here's what we'll do. We'll go around. We'll do one at a time.
I have 6.
I have 6 too.
Oh, so we'll do one at a time. Who are you throwing out first? Chase, go ahead.
Yeah,
Tyranitar.
Okay, could have guessed that, but I'm not even sure why you're here. Ed, next.
First or 6? I got 6 for you right now.
The first of the 6.
Gengar.
Who you throwing out first? Who you opening up with? Who are you saying? Dude, I choose you when the battle flares.
Gengar. Okay.
Ted.
Oh man, side up.
Out of your mind, bro.
Dude, get him off of here, dude.
I'm just gonna mute him for the rest of the podcast, dude, bro.
All that carpal tunnel for nothing.
Almost as if saying Golduck would have been any better. Just get and Golduck. Jesus, a Psyduck. Fucking Misty.
Oh, the
All right,
greatest pick ever.
so my number one, and so what we'll do is we'll consider that if we're battling each other. So my number one is Escavalier. He's a beast. So Escavalier has one weakness, and it is a little bit of fire. And against Gengar and Tyranitar, unless that Tyranitar has Fire Fang, he's done for.
It knows Fire Blast, dude.
Yeah, she also knows Volt Tackle, which I have in my notes because you cheat.
Hey, dude, if it can get into competition play, dude, it's apparently legal.
Okay, I see it. All right, so who are your next two? Say your first guy goes down. Who are the next two or three that you're putting in? Who are your tanks / heavy attackers?
I got
Is this
Garchomp
including legendaries?
Let Chase go first, Ed. I know you're chomping at the bit, Ed.
No, I'm asking, is it including legendaries, dude?
He's the worst.
Yeah, you can include. I say you can include legendaries, but like try and keep it to like one.
All right.
Because like, what the fuck?
I'm just asking.
All right, I got
No, but you get what I mean, right?
No, I know.
Garchomp.
Disqualified.
Yeah, I got Garchomp.
Disqualified.
And then I got Volcarona coming in after that little Firebug.
Okay, Volcarona is my last. Is my back pocket killer.
Dude, special attack, dude, through the roof, dude.
Speed too, a lot of speed, and it's downright cute. Ed, what is your next grouping?
Throw Zapdos in there, and then Salamence. I like Salamence a lot.
Just as unsurprising and disappointing as I thought it. Teddy, don't.
Oh,
but
man. I
yeah,
don't know.
Teddy.
I don't know which one to choose.
So Psyduck's dead. Psyduck has been slain.
So I guess I'm gonna go Alakazam. Was that how you say his name?
Yeah.
He's got two spoons, right?
Yeah, I think he's got a
Spoon
spork
Man.
and a spoon.
Spoon Man. Going Spoon Man.
And then who else? What would be your 2, 3? Who would be your number 3?
My number 3. Was it Zangoose?
Yeah. So all right, we're just gonna.
You can tell that I know nothing, right?
You both already fainted. You're already fainted.
He's got 35 pages for nothing.
Did I win yet? Did I win?
No. So for me, my number 2 after Escavalier is going to be Gyarados. I'm going to throw Gyarados in and see what he can get done. He's got a couple weeks. He's my favorite Pokemon. He always has been. Ever since I realized that Magikarps are everywhere, and you just got to give them to level 20 before they turn into this glorious beast. And then after that, I'm putting in. I have a what's it called? A Slash. I have a Cofagrigus / Dusknoir going in 3rd. Now, I have Cofagrigus for slacking because of his special ability, Mummy, which takes away other people's special ability, which if you do it correctly, we'll get to that later. So basically just a heavy tank ghost after Gyarados, who's like one of my all-around tough guys. Yeah. So
I like it.
So Chase, who's your number 4?
Shuckle.
Who's your Shuckle?
Shuckle.
Desperation throw.
No, dude, long play, dude. Just toxic and defense.
Yeah. So you said Zapdos first, right?
No, I did.
So let's go through your 4, Chase, real quick, so I remember.
I got Tyranitar, got Garchomp, Volcarona, and Shuckle. Team Rocket's gonna be all poison and fucking Magnemite. Like,
one ice Pokemon destroys all 4 of them.
Yeah, you show me the Team Rocket that can afford an ice Pokemon, dude.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Ed, who's coming after? You're on your second half. You're scratching at the top of the barrel. It's filling up with water.
Yeah, Snorlax. It's my tank.
So okay. So go ahead. Say your 4.
I was saying Snorlax with Spiritomb. I haven't decided yet.
What
Spiritomb.
kind of comparison is that, dude?
It's Team Rocket, dude. They're not that hard.
Saying like, hey, what do you want for dinner? Like a gourmet pizza or cat food?
Cat food breath, dude.
So who are your four? So I remember hearing a Zapdos, which was just disgusting.
Why? It's one of the best Pokemon. Still to this day.
He's no defense. No birds have any defense except Skarmory.
They can all be killed by Tyranitar. Just double rock weakness, every one of them.
Yep. Rock Edge.
Are we fighting
Stone
each other
Edge.
or are we fighting Team Rocket? That's the
Both.
difference.
Well,
I am Team
if I
Rocket.
see you in the building, dude, you'll fucking take me down too.
All right, so Ed, you're 4 up to now.
Zapdos, Gengar,
Gengar was first.
Snorlax, and I think I said Scissor, right?
No, you said fucking that other thing.
Spiritomb, he said.
It's Spiritomb. Ed, you didn't write this down? This
No.
guy. All right, so who's your number? So you got your last two, Chase. Who are your last two? And focus on who your last ditch effort. Is it last stitch or last ditch? Like-
Ditch, I guess.
Oh, Salamence. My bad, guys. Salamence.
Right, you did say Salamence.
But I'm
We're gonna
swapping
just
that
forget
out.
that you said Snorlax. Just
Swapping
throw,
that out. Swapping out
Yeah,
that Salamence.
I'm gonna go with Gengar too. I like that whole
Ooh,
toxic,
shit.
sleepy
Yep.
times, all just
Yep.
a confused Ray. I don't need an actual attack. You can just have him. And then
Yeah, he's your troll.
my last one, I'm going with Rayquaza as my legendary of the mix.
Oof.
So I don't think I even went for my fourth because my fourth I definitely didn't say was Haxorus or Garchomp. I couldn't decide on one of those two. I'd probably end up choosing Garchomp, but like I really like Haxorus. If you get a good Haxorus with a lot of speed, like I realize if you're playing like tournament play or that I've never done, this is all theoretical.
It's so hard.
But if I had a Haxorus and just put everything I had into his speed stat, his attack stat's still going to be massive. And then he's just like this massive spear of death coming at you, full
I
speed.
bet that shit can't beat my Jigglypuff though, dog.
God,
Terrible.
it's not. It's just not. It's just. It's great that he's participating, but arguably,
All right,
not
I
very.
got one better. My Meowth. How about that?
No.
But what if he could talk?
If he could talk, then yes,
All right.
obviously.
Oh,
You sacrifice a spot. So, Ed, who are your final two?
Volcarona, I like. I'm swapping out Salamence with Dragapult, and then last one. I need water, right? Something. Oh, come back to me. I gotta think about it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll come back to you. Chase, who was your final? I know you said Gengar and who?
Rayquaza. If I could have a
Rayquaza.
legendary, I'll
Yeah.
probably go with him. Just power.
Yeah. If no legendary.
No legendaries. Oh man. I think I had Kyogre
We'll just-
as another one, but that's still
Yeah,
legendary.
we'll just go with Rayquaza. That's fine. That works.
I'll
My
throw a starter in there. I mean, at that point,
yeah.
still Charizard.
Ted, who's your last defender of your life? Because at the end of this, if all your Pokemon die, you have to fight what's left
all
of the
that's
other
not
team.
a problem. I got Blaziken.
That was the best. That was by
That's a good-
far
that's
the
actually a
strongest
really good
Pokemon
one.
that you said, and it's still like trash
Aw.
compared to. It's like a B level. That's like a B level.
No, he's the best
B-rank.
fire starter of all of them.
Dude,
Hands
Charizard,
down.
come on.
No, dude,
How you gonna
Charizard.
talk about
One
Charizard
rock
like that?
toss, Charizard's dead. Come on.
Blaziken. He's literally a chicken.
Yeah, that could kick through you.
You want to hang out with the chicken? I'll be chilling on the back of my Charizard, sailing across the sky.
Well, dude, I'll sail across the sky and Zapdos, dude.
So
That's true.
Electrocuted.
back when I semi kind of understood the shit, Mewtwo was the hottest Pokemon in the streets. That's not
Yeah.
the case anymore. Correct.
Well, they probably haven't made a Pokemon stronger than him since.
No,
in
they
a
have.
way.
You're talking about like base stats, like starting off.
I mean, he's
Nah, there's other Pokemon like as strong as him, or if not strong. I mean, or you can get like a Darkrai that could just like counter the shit out of him. But like his like gimmick was that he could learn all the TMs. There was like a couple he couldn't learn that Mew could learn every one of them, but like
yeah. I was
his
gonna say, I
base
think-
stats were so strong that like he didn't have to know a psychic move. He could learn fucking Thunder and still do tons of damage. That's
Yeah.
how he's like in Pokemon Go. Like they don't have all the Pokemon released, but he still has like the highest base stats. And in
Mhm.
Pokemon Go, it's just attack, defense, HP. There is no special or physical attack or the defense.
I would say he is the most popular actual Pokemon. Not, and I say this going away from the cuteness factor.
I was gonna
Well,
say you got Pikachu and Eevee. Like
Is it
That's
only,
what I mean.
Is it only because that Pokemon reminds people of Frieza? Am I right or am I wrong?
He does. He does.
see a
remind me a lot of
resemblance.
Frieza. He definitely.
it's just old school though. Like it's just
Yeah,
that one we've
he was
known
the
the
first.
longest. Like Pokemon, like the first movie, Pokemon 2000, whatever it was.
Yep,
Like people don't forget that. That was child.
that was like the major arc.
Yeah, I seen
Of,
that
like-
in the theater, and I didn't give a fuck about Pokemon, and I seen that shit in the theater.
He was like the first manufactured Pokemon, though, right?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like human version,
Clone-
human
yeah.
clone of Mew kind of thing.
Yeah, that's fucking creepy. So my final two was slacking, slacking or Metagross. I couldn't really decide,
Yeah.
but probably slacking.
Yeah, if I had to take out my legendary, it'd probably be Metagross.
Yeah.
I've realized I have been pretty heavy on the ground and rock.
Yeah, and slacking, because slacking has a weakness, Teddy, where he can only attack every other turn. So he attacks once, and the next turn he's just like, nah, I'm taking a nap, taking a siesta.
That sounds like
And
me
then-
right there.
Yeah, there you go. Slacking. He's a giant ape, white ape. But like I was saying earlier, if you were taking notes, to the listeners who definitely exist, if you use Cophagrigus, he gets rid of that ability. He gets rid of everybody's special ability. So the special ability that stops slacking from attacking every turn could then be taken out of the equation. And then you have this guy with massive stats, probably the highest stats all around of any non-legendary Pokemon, and he's just unlimited death power. And then my final back to the wall Pokemon is Volcarona, because I figured at that point, if the only way I'm going to win is just like high powered attacks from a quick fire bug, quick little cutie. So who do you think? What do you think, Chase? Obviously, my team and your team were the best.
Yeah,
Ted's-
I mean, I expected Ted to, as soon as he said his first mon, I was like, wow, so he doesn't play Pokemon.
Yeah,
And then,
Ted.
like, you got
Ted's
Ed,
clearly
who played
number three.
Pokemon just
I
as
had
long
an
as us,
unknown in there
and
also.
What, like the Pokemon unknown, or like you
Yeah.
don't know what it's
Yeah.
called?
a mystery sixth.
Dude, imagine putting that poll up. Like this episode's popular, and people were like, want to see the polls, and it's just our faces and the 6 Pokemon next to them. It's like we have all these high level beasts, and then it's just Ted's
Psyduck.
Psyduck level 99,
Scratching
forced
its
to
head.
not evolve. Oh my god! Yeah, scratching its head, drunk on mushrooms.
Dude, the
right.
farthest I ever got in
I
the
like,
games was I played Pokemon Yellow and I got the bike and I stopped playing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
No, it doesn't.
I mean,
Yeah, no.
that's why he picked Psyduck. That's what that means. So it's probably all he caught. So, who's your favorite Pokemon? Who is the favorite Pokemon? Not strongest, just like favorite one in the games.
Mimikyu.
I'm gonna stick with Tyranitar, my first dude. I remember playing Gold and Silver, and like it was unstoppable. It was unstoppable. Like it's just a dinosaur Pokemon. Dark, which was
Yeah.
like, new at the time,
Mhm.
and it could still learn like even like a not like with no like stab boost for being like a rock. It could learn Earthquake, and it just destroyed everything. Like it was.
That's why I like Gyarados.
And then later they kind of once they switched systems and it wasn't like Game Boy, it was like DS, and those games came out, like the 3D games, like all their base stats weren't the same. Like it just wasn't. They like reconfigured the game. You couldn't like carry moves over that I used to know. They got rid of HMs, all that shit. But back in the day,
they changed stuff. They changed a lot of stuff. Like they changed the move sets, and the possible moves able to be learned, and the stats. And then they added Fairy, which I don't even consider canon.
No, it's definitely canon, dude.
I know. I don't consider it canon because it's a fucking con. It's a sham. So fucking stupid. Why are fairies strong against dragons?
It goes back to like the folklore tales and shit. I looked it up.
The what?
Like the folk tales, and like these Norse mythology things. That's why fairies weak against steel, because the fairies used to get burned by steel. What? Like these old like kids stories. That's what it goes back to.
Folklore, right?
Yeah.
Let them go.
Gotcha.
Look it up.
So, yeah, I got you. So, who's your favorite Pokemon then, Ed?
I like the Porygon line. They're my favorite.
Okay. It's very creepy that's your choice. I'm not trying to poke fun at you.
It's just because when Pokemon was first coming up, I used to watch Pokemon Digimon.
What are they?
They're man-made cyber Pokemon.
But they're geometric shapes.
No, but
the first couple are Porygon Z is all like
it's just crazy.
It looks like a birthday clown balloon.
He's from space, I think, right?
Ted, who's your favorite, Ted?
How was he made from people and he's from space, Ed?
No, read the description. He could travel through space, my bad.
I always liked Unknown and
which one?
Blaziken. I don't know, there's like fucking 37 of them, right?
No, there's only 26 letters in the alphabet. So
yeah, one for. Well, I think there's also numbers too, aren't they?
Nah,
like one.
Just 26.
Yeah, dude, I caught every single one of those in the first game that they were introduced because I was like, oh, they're like different alphabets. Like, all right, I'm just gonna get them all, and then I got them all, and then I realized that it unlocks this whole thing in the temple that you find them in, and then you can catch the Hippowdon, which was awesome at the time.
Yeah, I think you can get a reggae. All the reggaes were like, you had to know that you had to like figure out the braille.
Yep.
The unknowns were like before that you only could like catch unknowns in those caves until it unlocked the door to get to the actual legendary.
Yeah. So my favorite Pokemon ever is probably Gyarados, but not to get somebody who's not in my team. Hypno.
I was waiting for that.
Hypno, definitely definitely a close friend because I once played Pokemon. Chase has heard this story probably 30 times. I played Pokemon Red. I played all the way through like on a vacation, like we drove to like Florida or something. And I played through the entire game with one Pokemon, with Hypno, and I destroyed everybody. It was just constantly luring people to sleep and then eating their dreams and then constantly healing my Hypno and leveling up, giving him all the experience in the entire game. And it felt good. I think I had a Pidgey for Fly so I could travel.
Can I change my answer?
Sure can.
Slowpoke.
Okay. We would have also accepted Lickitung.
No.
So who, aside from your favorite,
I also want to add,
yeah, go ahead.
Another thing why Porygon I like so much is because in Pokemon Blue, when I had it, when you finally get them, it's like, thank fucking God. Thank fucking God. Then he has Tri-Attack, which kills everything.
Thank Arceus. Right? You know what I'm saying?
The god of all Pokemon, dude.
Pokemon god. The deer spirit god of
Princess
space where there are no trees or deer. So who would your Pokemon like pet be in real life? Now we're including the cuteness factor, right? You can't just have a pet Zapdos or a fucking Lapras. Like, what the fuck? Like, if you had a pet in your house Pokemon within reason, who would it be?
Probably Eevee or Growlithe.
Growlithe, a good choice.
Love him.
Very American of you.
What's everybody's beef on Psyduck anyway?
Now, Psyduck's great for this question, but he's terrible. What about you, Chase? Who's your pet?
I can't see. I did this on notes and then it auto-corrected it, so it just says sugared.
What?
I can't remember the Pokemon's name. Remember that? I think it was like Zai something. It was like that cell Pokemon from
Zeitgeist?
Oh, Zygarde?
Yeah, I think so. Only because like it could be like at like it's 50%. No, it was fucking Zai something.
Stolosis?
No, Zygarde. He turns into a dog.
Zygarde is the fucking legendary from X and Y.
Yeah,
he's
that's
like
the one.
Cell creature.
I want that one because I could just chill with his like 50% form as like the dog, where it's got like a green scarf, but then it also turns into just the dragon ground serpent, and then it turns into this like in 100% mode. It's just like a Megazord.
Yep. So
it's
mine's
like all around, you know.
So mine's Alakazam because I think he's only like 4 feet tall.
That's it.
But I'm going to check that actually because I've always wanted to be like the villain and just have an Alakazam that's just super powerful and just it's like melt people's minds.
Is it just me? But is his previous form just the same form without a fork?
No, he's got a big tail.
Oh, you got a big tail. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Alakazam is definitely the. Where's his? I'm looking up his stats. I can't.
4'11".
Why don't they have his height? 4'11". Yeah, so he's like 5 feet. He's just like walking around next to you like a little wizard. That would always be mine. My guy. So Chase has Zygarde, Dragon Serpent. Very, very, very coincidental.
Just utility mon, dude.
Just serpent. They're focusing on the serpent part. So speaking of, like, I'm not sure if you guys found anything, but I'm curious about which Pokemon like creature doesn't exist. Like which animal or like mythical creature has not been put into the Pokemon games. And mine was the Minotaur.
Tauros?
I mean, we got Tauros. Are we talking like real?
No, I'm talking like the Minotaur. Like,
I know what you're talking about, but like the game generally bases its Pokemon on like real life day-to-day animals. I mean, when was the last time you saw a Minotaur?
I mean, when was the last time you saw a dragon or a fucking Chinese like water leviathan?
All right, I came up with dolphin because.
Oh, dolphin. That's a better answer, but I could. Yeah, that's like why isn't there a dolphin Pokemon?
If it's good, I mean, I know there's a lot of Pokemon that are like based on just nonsense. The one is like a wind chime.
What's the one? It's just a vanilla ice cream cone.
Oh my god,
vanillish, right?
Yeah, vanillish.
It literally evolves into like just a double scoop,
and it has a fucking straw on one of its heads.
What did you type in? Most ridiculous Pokemon or something?
Pretty much
out there. Yeah, the one I think it was in not Sword and Shield. What was it? Sun and Moon. There's just like a sword that's just been possessed.
Yeah, Aegislash.
Oh, I just seen that. I'm on the Pokédex. And I just seen that shit.
Got like a ribbon attached to the back end of it. Just
there's like 3 of them.
I think it evolves. Dual wield or something.
Dual blade or something.
Yeah, that was dual. Yeah, that's what it is. Like dual blade.
DOU blade.
Yeah.
Number 680.
Yeah. All right.
Tell me I'm not a nerd, dog.
You're reading. You're just everybody who reads is
regurgitating information that's on another webpage.
And if you read anything, like if you read a text, you're bordering a nerd life. Fucking, you got to party with babes.
I read my texts out loud. LOL.
I refuse to do LOL. I've had a thing against it since it started. I don't like saying it. So what about you, Ed? What's the creature? What's the creature that you desire?
There's no praying mantis Pokemon.
Well, what about Scyther?
Oh shit.
Scyther, I thought about that because I was like, there's no praying, but he's not really a praying mantis.
He looks like more like a dinosaur.
He's more like a Velociraptor.
Yeah,
he's got the wings, though. I mean, he's got.
Yeah,
I would say if they had to have like a basis for him, they probably went with Mantis.
Yeah, Mantis, definitely. He's strong as fuck. Now, funny thing about Scyther is his what's it called? Evolutionary upwards guy. Skizzer. Is it Skizzer or Scissor? I don't know. Whatever.
Call him Scissor.
You mean Scissor?
He's the same type as Escavalier, who, if you guys recall, was my number one in my top 6. But Escavalier has better stats for him in everything except for speed.
Scissor's got Technician, which is a really good ability.
Yeah, but fucking what's his face has like shell armor, which I think I was looking it up. It's like he can't be paralyzed or something like that. It's like it's ridiculous. It's unfair. Or no, he's got something sturdy armor or something like that where he.
I think he's got sturdy where he can't. He's got. There was like 2 of them. He's the
like
one
that.
where he couldn't get like 1 KO'd, and the other one. I think it like boosted his. I think it boosted his attack.
Yeah. He's a beast, and they're basically exactly the same. Go ahead, Ted. I see you have your hand raised.
So, are you guys just well, this is the video game podcast, so obviously you guys play the games, but are you like the card playing guys also? You play the card
I
games
collected
too?
them. I collected them back in the day.
I still have them.
And then the game kind of just totally replaced that for me. I'd much rather like interact and be immersed playing with the Pokemon than fucking throwing little jelly beans down on top of cards.
Yeah,
I like jelly beans.
Yeah, your counters, dude.
Oh,
your damage
shit.
counters.
Oh,
they were like
wow.
they were like those what was that game?
Magic the Gathering.
No, there was that game you played with the little those same counters. There was a bunch of
I can't think.
So like instead of like using die, you use like something else?
No, you just use counters. Like if your Alakazam's got 80 HP and someone attacks it, say like does 30 damage, then you put like 3 counters on them, so like it wasn't. Yeah. There was no trust in the game. It was like, no, dude.
Yeah, it was indicators for health and attack and stuff like that to track. Sort of like.
I'm pretty sure I played like the card game, and then the game finally came out.
Yeah, definitely cards first. There's definitely cards and TV show first. That was big for me. I guess TV show first, right? I don't know. I can't remember.
I think so.
I think in the U.S. the TV show came out before the games in the U.S., right? I believe so.
I feel like they came out at the same time, man.
I don't know.
I think we got all hyped up about Pokemon watching the show, and then we're like, how do we make this transcend the television screen? Got the card. And then Game Boy was like, because you could play that on before even Color was out. That was like the original game.
Because it says the first games came out November 27th, 1996.
Okay, sounds right.
And the anime came out in 1997.
Well, I wasn't playing the cards till 2nd, 3rd grade. So that's 1997.
Yeah, it said it only took like 3 years for that shit to blow up, to get huge.
Dude, I'm not sure. Chase would be interested in this. He's caught a few bugs in his life. Pokemon was created by a guy who was like a bug collector. And then he basically turned it into what Pokemon is today. I mean, not by himself.
Yeah, apparently there was a game magazine company before there was an actual like game company.
Oh, Game Freak?
Game Freak?
Yeah. Started in 1981.
Did you know they weren't going to release Pokemon to the US at first because they felt like American kids didn't like playing RPGs because they didn't like to read that much?
This is not a false statement. It's not.
They were definitely right. fucking. I've played Final Fantasy VII in the past like year, and I've read like lines of dialogue that I've never ever seen before, and I played the game through it 5 times.
Well, there was always those characters you didn't like, and you're like, "Oh, fuck this," and you're always skipping that shit.
Yeah, I'm not always in the mood to read a fucking bunch of dialogue. Sometimes I just want to like do the fighting. Sometimes I just want to explore. Sometimes I just want to like do a side quest or buy shit.
No, but yeah, that was probably the first game I wanted to actually read like the dialogue in that.
Yeah, that game is dope. So, where are we? Where are we in the questionnaire? I fucking lost my place. It's ridiculous.
We were doing Pokemon teams, favorite Pokemons, and
who would be your favorite in real life?
What's the sexiest Pokemon? I think that's what we're on, right?
No. Yeah, that one. I was going to save that one for last. But let's do that one now. Why not? What is the sexiest Pokemon? Who is the sexiest Pokemon?
I don't know. Mewtwo's got me going a little bit. Blaziken's got me going. I think that's it.
Male or female?
Blaziken is a female.
No, it can be. I'm asking.
Oh, what turns me on? I'm not telling you.
Okay. What do you think, Ed? Which Pokemon gets you the sexiest?
Jinx, those big lips, you know what I'm saying?
I knew you were.
Dude, I wanted to say that, but I forgot what the name of it was, dude. And I wanted to say
know what Jinx has done to the black community?
Dude, it's related to Mr. Popo.
Yeah, there is. Fucking Pokemon with blackface. I guess it's not blackface, but I get it. Whatever.
It's the features. It's just
no, Fred Sanchezzz. I think you were thinking about Mime. I think Mime is more up your alley.
Oh, dude, Mime. Speaking of that, there's I saw something. I was getting like news notifications for Pokemon Go, and I guess the show's still running. I haven't seen the show in a long time, but Ash's mom had another kid.
Really?
Like, dad. So, there is no dad character for Ash, but like, there's all those Mr. Mime memes, like, leave him alone, and like
Mr. Mime or Ditto.
Oh my!
And like
God.
the news article, I didn't read the article because I just got on the Mr. Mime thing in my mind, and I was that's dirty. It was just like. The title was like, yeah, Ash has a little brother, and it's like, it's not what you think, or something. I was like, wow, that's just fueling.
I don't know what I think.
Oh man.
So Ed, with the very low hanging fruit of Mrs. Jinx and Mr. Mime three-way, Chase, who do you think's the sexiest Pokemon?
So I got 2 here. I couldn't really narrow it down.
Don't have to.
There's I don't know
for 2.
Gardevoir, that fairy psychic.
Oh, Gardevoir, yeah,
like the dress,
the emo chick.
Well, when I saw the questions earlier, I started to look up. I was like, sexy Pokemon, and the first thing that came up was like a fucking hentai version of her, just like huge titties. Still, everything else was the same. They just gave her huge titties.
Picture.
It's just like, and it wasn't like they didn't go too far with it. It's just all they did was just give her huge titties.
Very tasteful.
Yeah,
like little like lower cut. Like she's in like a nightgown basically.
I wanted to go out and get the cards right when I seen that picture. I was like, yo,
yeah.
7-Eleven.
So mine, I went a little technical, and I thought Persian was the sexiest Pokemon because pussy is pussy.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Persian is the upgrade
version? Or
Persian is the evolved version of Meowth, so you know the bitch talks.
Oh.
So you can actually have a relationship, albeit difficult.
Frowned upon, yes.
Yeah,
but
does anybody know how Meowth was able
this
to
is the
talk?
Pokemon world. What isn't frowned upon? Like, look at all the fucked up shit that goes on in the whatever. We'll
they force breed. That shit's not,
Well, I mean, we do that in our world. It's just with animals.
It's not with different breeds.
That's true. That is.
I got another one here. Lopunny.
Oh,
Lopu.
money.
And oh yeah, dude, the evolve form, it's got the furry thing going on, but like that is the only Pokemon that.
Oh my god,
they
that's I'm changing my answer.
Look like they purposely make it look like they just kind of sex it up. Like she doesn't.
That's definitely the sexiest Pokemon.
Standing like the way she's standing.
Wait, how do you spell it again?
That Pokemon fucks.
Punny. Lopunny.
Oh, Lopunny, yeah, it's based off the bunny girl.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's definitely the most sexualized Pokemon.
Yeah,
it's the only Pokemon that's
the most
born.
sexualized. Like the other ones are like humanoid, like they kind of got some human going on. But that thing
born at 18 years old. Oh god!
Why are my cards sticking together, bro?
So I don't know how we're gonna move on to these actual serious questions, but I was saying my favorite gym leader, because we're talking about sex with Pokemon, Brock, because Brock, the whole joke and the theory about Brock that he's a Pokemon breeder is centered around the fact that he puts his thing in the Pokemon and breeds with them.
Isn't he like the blind dude?
No, he's just Asian. You racist fuck. Is he blind?
He's always like toked out and his eyes are closed and he doesn't know what's going on.
Brock, oddly enough, named after the character in Breaking Bad, Jesse's girlfriend's son.
But didn't Breaking Bad can't come out after that shit? How you named after something that came
fake news.
After you?
Wrong. Fake news. So, what's your favorite gym leader of the games? Who's like your favorite enemy you guys got?
I got Lance from the
Is he the dragon guy?
Yeah. Back I don't know, I put like almost 1,000 hours in most of those games, but as they went on, they just really were tailored to I guess they were always tailored to kids, but now we're adults playing the game.
It's just so easy.
Yeah, but it wasn't just that we got better at it. It was if it was we got better at it, it would have been everything's the same and we're just better at it. But the games, they started to give you XP share items at it was what your mom gave you to send you off on the journey. And it was wow, I had to work so hard to find this in the old games. You didn't get it until later on when it was well, I've already fucking powered up everybody. Now it's just to keep you playing kind of thing.
Yeah. So Ted, just an explanation. XP share was pretty useful because the only way you could level up a Pokemon was by battling with the Pokemon. So if you had if you're in the area of the world, Pokemon world, where there's level 40 Pokemon and trainers, and you have this level 5 jabroni, he's going to get slapped around. He's going to get killed. You're never going to level him up. So the purpose of the experience share is to not have to battle with this guy. So obviously you're powering up your team at a rate faster and with less difficulty by having these easier items.
And do you guys know what games those easy items came into play?
They were there since the beginning.
Yeah, they were the beginning, but it was you got them at the end.
I can beat my yellow. My old yellow then.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. But the thing was that you used to you wouldn't get that until later, in the game. So if you got to a certain point, if you got halfway through the game and all your Pokemon are at level 30, maybe getting into the 40s, and then you found this really good Pokemon that you've wanted the whole time, but now it's level 5. The only way to do it was to put it as your first Pokemon, throw it out there, and immediately pull it back. And then just throw in your tanks. Yeah. But this made it so you could just put that item on the Pokemon and just start off right off the bat with the strongest Pokemon. And it would get a portion of the XP.
I heard back in the day too when you could trade Pokemon, you could only trade one at a time. So if you were trading from one game to another, that shit could literally take you all day.
Yeah, you used to have cables. For the original games, you have to have that cable that fits nothing other than 2 Game Boys. It was the link cable, and there was no Wi-Fi, there was no nothing. So it's one at a time, and then later in the games they made those Pokebanks and all that shit. So you could be you could select your entire first box, and like if you had 6 Pokemon in your like that you carried and they weren't like in your box, you like had no access to those. You had to like shut the trade down, get them out, and then go put them in your 6 Pokemon to trade. Like later, they were like just move it around. They gave you so much more freedom. And
and the new ones that you can basically just put up a trade online. It's like Craigslist. You can just put it up online, and then somebody will be like, "Yeah, I want that. Trade you this," and then the trade, you turn the game off. It happens when you're not even playing. You wake up and you got this like Asian character named Pokemon in your box.
Yeah, it was like
That's
World
dope.
Trade.
Does that shit only work forward, or can you like use a Pokemon from a later game onto a older game? Is that possible?
You gotta put them in the bank. Make sure they came from the bank.
So if they got it to you can never trade it backwards. Like if you had a Pokemon in yellow and put it in gold or silver, you couldn't go backwards with it. Or you might have, but it couldn't know certain moves that were like new to the new.
No, I don't think you could ever go back in time.
But eventually, like with those older games, once you traded it forward, even if it was like an older Pokemon, like if you had like an Abra and trade it in one of those newer games, it's in the older games, but you can't, once it gets into that new set of games, it could never be put back. So you could like, I had Pokemon that I was like slowly over the years, like if I had a good Pokemon in yellow or blue, then I would trade it into my gold or silver, and then I would just keep carrying it on. Like as soon as you got to a high enough level in the game where you could trade like a level 100 Pokemon, there was no limits, then you just keep moving them forward. And once they made those Pokebanks, like those, like just the Nintendo's like, off-site cloud storage for your Pokemon. Like I had Pokemon that I've been playing with for 15 years at that point.
Oh, wow. I always wanted to do that. I wanted to bring one from the beginning. I wanted to bring my Hypno all the way, but I started doing the research on like what it would cost to like get the cable links and then get the other games and how long it would take.
Well, like they remade the new games anyway, right? Or the old games.
Yeah, but they're not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. Like you can have a Pokemon from the original game technically brought all the way to the newest game, and like it's the same Pokemon.
That was another thing with like they would learn new moves and shit, but they would also not be able to learn, like you could have an older Pokemon or an older game that knew a certain move, but they got rid of that. Like it was not that it wasn't.
They wiped it.
It wasn't not that it wasn't in the newer game, but it wasn't something that it learned like growing up. So it would be like a legacy move. So it could only be like you can only get a move. This Pokemon can only learn this move by either breeding it or it was from like Generation 2 game. Like it had to be like that was the only way to like carry some of those moves, and like that was like important to people that do those like competition and shit because like it was like a dope move, and they're only really rewarding people that have been like putting their all into these games. Like so that shit got complicated later.
So like let's say I had like 2 Charizards, right? They're both what's it called? Grow at like different paces. Is it like they both grow at like the same pace, or like depending on how you fight and shit?
Now or in the older game?
Each Pokemon like species grows at a different rate, but every Pokemon within the same species they kind of grow at the same rate statistically. Okay. But they could all have different stats.
There was tons of shit that like we never knew playing these games. Like it wasn't that we even knew it, but like it wasn't things. It wasn't shit you had like access to. It was like you can go and catch a Pokemon, and like say you caught like a Dratini in the wild, and it was like holy shit, like I'm gonna get a Dragonite. There was like IVs and EVs that were like specific to like this Pokemon. If you had 2 identical Dratinis, they have like identical base stats, but like depending on the Pokemon that you fought with that Dratini, like if you fought a bunch of Pokemon that have like this really high speed stat, then it could give you, and you only fought like bug Pokemon that have like super high speeds and like, I don't know, that's really all they have. But you're going to have this like Dratini with this really high speed stat. And the other one, if you fought different Pokemon, it wouldn't have that exact stat. Its base stats would be the same, but basically everything it learned growing up would be like put to a different one of its stats if you didn't fight the identical Pokemon the whole time.
Yeah.
So like in those later games, like if you got a really good Pokemon and you wanted to be like the absolute, if it had a high attack stat, then you would like literally hold on to it and only throw it out there when you were fighting like he was saying with that Excavalier, like that thing's got a super high attack. So it basically rewards super high attack stats back to your Pokemon, only to a certain point. Like it maxed out at like 256 IVs, and like a Pokemon like that would give you 3, and that would be the highest for that stat. Like lower level Pokemon or like the original, nothing later down the evolution line would give you like +1. So if I wanted this Tyranitar to have a super high attack, I would only fight Pokemon that had super high attack. So later it would be just a monster. But you can go and fight like shitty Pokemon its entire life, and its stats just wouldn't be as good towards the end. And you don't know about shit like that the whole time. And most of the game, you're using these Pokemon just to get by and just fighting anyone just to get experience, just to level up your Pokemon. And it wouldn't take long before your Pokemon stat is already like, if I only have, I can only get 256 IVs and I can get 3 at the most from certain Pokemon and 1 at the least. Like, even if you only fought the lower level ones to get +1, like the first 250 Pokemon I fight, and then I've already like cemented what my Pokemon stats are, like you don't know about that before it's too late. And those early games, like that was never even mentioned. And then once people like really like looked into the code and figured out, and then we have like Cerebi and Bulbapedia to like actually, it's all the mechanics. Like you didn't know about the mechanics of the game until later down the line. But that's what I focus on.
Bulbapedia is the better website. It's the cleaner website. Cerebi, I don't know if they've updated it.
They don't, because I've been using that for Pokemon Go. Like you just kind of select that instead of the other games. It's an identical site. Like nothing has changed. It's still like black and green scheme. It's just
they just said.
Dude, you know what I've always wanted to do? Well, sorry, Ed. What was that?
I said Cerebi. They just added a couple new sections. That's it.
Yeah, they just keep layout. Up the time, all out of order and shit. It's probably just a dude who's just like, I don't care what this looks like. It's just information. But you know what I always wanted to do? I always thought, I wonder if people do this, like a Dungeons and Dragon, what's it called, campaign, but as Pokemon trainers.
Has a Pokemon trainer ever like got sucked into the Pokeball? Has there ever been a human in a Pokeball?
Yeah, Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime is a person.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Mr. Mime is a human being.
How did that happen?
Or just
Brock.
He was just Brock's son. He was just into that sub life, just that dominatrix kind
Brock had sex Jinx, and they gave birth to Mr. Mime. And Mr. Mime wasn't always Mr. Mime. He wanted to be an actor, but he was, his dad, didn't really acknowledge that he exists, so he became a mime. Took a vow of silence.
Is this fake?
If you think Mr. Mime is creepy, you should look at Galarian Mr. Mime. Just horrifying.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen him. I didn't get that stuff.
Is there an explanation why they say their own names?
No.
Nope. It's just like a cat meow.
Not at all. I didn't even think of that. But it is kind of convenient if you think about it.
Well, that follows along, like, I mean, not the name, but the fact that they kind of say the same word over and over again. Like if Squirtle wasn't like Squirtle, 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 and it like mooed instead, but only mooed, like that still follows like animal kind of logic. Like they only.
Yeah, we don't call cows moos. We don't call. I don't say. Where do you get your milk from?
Well, that's the thing. That's just like a construct. We came up with that. The only thing the cows ever said is moo. Like. It wouldn't be far-fetched if the first person was like, I'm going to call that a moo.
Is it because children rule the world of the Pokemon?
That's funny that you mentioned that, because that's the Pokemon theory that I like the most. The one that all the adult men are dead that's why all the characters have single mothers and there's no adult men around except for gym leaders, because all the other adult men went to war and it got murdered in war.
Well, Lieutenant Surge was in that war.
I'm starting to like this Pokemon thing a little more.
You heard that? Have you seen that conspiracy theory, Chase?
No.
That's like you never hear anything about the dads because there's like this big war before the events of the game, and that's why like kids go out and adventure because there's like after the huge war, there's like lasting peace because all the war people are dead. Because the Pokemon that they used to fight in the war just like wiped everything out. And there's a game, I forget what the game's called, but it's like one of those board game type RPG block. I can't think of the actual name of the genre.
Monopoly type shit.
No, it's not like Monopoly. It's like the battlefield is like a checker. It's like chess. And you move the guys from space to space and they fight. And that's basically like all the samurai are fighting each other and they fight each other with Pokemon.
Shogi?
What's that?
Shogi?
No, I can't remember what it's called. But
I know the game. It's in like every anime. If there's a samurai character, he's good at that game.
Yeah. And it's like that the kids that the only adult men that you really talk to are like the old men, like the gym leaders, like Professor Oak, and the gym leaders like Giovanni.
Too old for the draft and Dodgers.
Yeah, like draft dodgers and people who are like aren't eligible. I thought that was pretty. That was my favorite conspiracy theory of the. You got any of those, Ted? Do you hear any conspiracy theories about the Pocket Monster world?
No, man. I just don't know what's up with Team Rocket.
Oh, they're dead.
What?
Yeah, I don't. What is the whole deal with Team Rocket? Like, what is They just steal Pokemon. That's just the Pokemon's the currency. They work.
I feel like they're on a permanent trip and just like don't know what they're doing with their lives.
No,
Team Rocket.
They're like
Team Rocket, I think,
they're like slave Pokemon. They always got like the Machokes in the game.
They kill Pokemon.
Have, like, the Machokes in like the warehouses, just lifting shit up, like just mistreating them. Just
killing Machoke's kind of dumb. What the fuck is Machoke?
It's just
steroids, dude.
Just a roided up Pokemon.
like
the original humanoid Pokemon.
Yeah, and then
going back to Mr. Mime,
like 4 arms, right?
There's a Nagoro.
Nah, it's Machamp.
Yeah. Which one's which? Yeah, all right. Machoke's the middle.
Machop,
okay.
Just a quick sidebar here. If you think Mr. Mime is creepy, I didn't even know he evolved into Mr. Rhyme, and I looked it up, and it's just horrifying.
What?
Mr.
There's
Rhyme.
no Mr. Rhyme.
No? All right, let me know. He has a mustache and cane, dude.
Holy hell.
Dude, when is this? Mr. Rhyme.
It looks horrifying.
Like... Dude, you see the way he looks? Number 866.
Yeah, I'm looking at him.
He's a new type, I guess.
Dude, it says Mr. Mime, comedian Pokemon. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, hilarious as he scares you to death.
That brings me to I was thinking, who's the dumbest Pokemon? What's the dumbest Pokemon? And I didn't want to say Mr. Mime because I wanted to pick one that you guys didn't pick, but clearly Mr. Rhyme is the fucking dumbest planters nuts looking fucking idiot Pokemon.
I don't know. I'm sticking with Trubbish. Like not
Trubbish, yeah.
It's just the fact that like it's just garbage. It's a trash bag that like came to life. Like
what's that?
Everything else is like based on like based on an animal or even like those inanimate object ones that are like possessed by some kind of spirit. Like, there's nothing about that. It's just trash that came to life. Like,
dude,
yeah, those are.
What's the flying metal nose called? He's like a flying metal nose.
Probopass.
I think that's what.
He's got the mustache.
He's got the.
Yeah, that's Probopass.
It looks like that. Remember that game, like where it was just like that guy's face? He had the big red nose, and then you can pull the magnet like shreddings to like give him facial hair and shit.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't like my mind.
His face, the face basically looked like the operation guy's face, but you can like just drag the metal flakes to like draw facial hair on him. It just looks like that. Like someone did that. It's just
Ted, look up Trubbish.
Okay, well, I see Voltorb and fucking Electrode. They look fucking dumb as shit.
Yeah,
they're just fake Pokeballs. They're so
they're like batteries.
Yeah. That's like that.
Shit! He looks like
thing
a garbage bag.
Yeah, they're literally garbage bags, and then he evolves into a larger garbage bag.
That's horrible.
Which not even a dumpster. Like
no, it's just like trash came to life. It's lost the bag completely. It's like,
and then if you hit him with like a slash attack or like some type of bite or like a cut attack, he opens up. His fucking bag's exoskeleton like skin layer opens up and he loses all his defense and he gains speed. What the fuck?
Yo, what's up with these fighting Pokemon that have geese on?
Oh, you mean like Sock and Throw?
Yeah.
Is it Sock?
Abilities, Spin Focus.
Sock.
I think it's SONK, like, or is it Sock or SOK?
I think it's SAWK.
You're right. I think it's supposed to be like sock because that's like the punching one. Like I'm gonna sock you, kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, and there's Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. Talk about dumb Pokemon is the fucking martial arts Pokemon. Fucking all of them. Fucking Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan. Like, oh, it's cute because one of them's like after Jackie Chan because he punches, and the other guy's a kick a fucking chicken nugget with arms and legs that kicks, and that's Hitmonlee after Bruce Lee. I mean, I guess it would be pretty cool to have a Pokemon like named after you, but if I saw that was the Pokemon, like what the fuck is going on here?
Hitmonchan looks like a girl.
It does.
It
definitely does.
Japanese flyweight boxer.
It looks like a Canadian from South Park. You know what I'm saying? Like how they're fucking yeah.
Hitmontop.
Yeah, and then there's Hitmontop, which is basically it. Which is they couldn't have given. They ran out of respectable martial artists to name after the dumbest of the three by far, Hitmontop. And it's like in the middle of them, so it spins around his head.
Hitmonlee's actually based off a kickboxer who had a 95% knockout rate.
That gives me a great question for you guys. What is the dumbest evolution?
Mr. Rhyme. I just found out. Mr. Rhyme.
No, well, Mr. Rhyme, it kind of flows in the same level of dumbness that Mr. Mime exists. And like Baby Mime, wherever the fuck it is. Isn't there like a fucking Baby Mime?
Yeah, there's like a Mr. Mime Jr.
Yeah, Mime Jr., that's what it is. Oh my God.
Wow.
The dumbest evolution, there's one, I can't think of it, but I know there's a Pokemon that it's almost like it gets worse. Oh, I think Tyranitar's type change is like one of the dumbest because he goes from rock ground. Chase is going to get triggered. I can already smell it. He goes from rock ground to rock dark, which he picks up like a shitload of weaknesses that way.
Well, he just trades them. I mean, it's a trade-off. Like, he goes from being double, like 4 times weak to water, grass, and then he only
steel. I think.
Yeah, he's already weak. Like, steel's only strong against the rock part of like the other evolutions. But then, like, he picks up 4 times weakness to fighting, which is like one of the most like prevalent things. It's just there's so many fighting Pokemon that like not that you use them, but there are just so many in the game. It's just like everyone's got one.
So
and it's got
are a certain Pokemon like certain genders, or can they be both? Or is this?
Oh yeah,
is this saying that he's trans?
I think Ditto's trans.
We're talking like so. There's like Tauros we were talking about earlier is like a bull Pokemon, horns and shit. And then there's there is no female versions of Tauros, but there's a Miltank as a cow with udders. It's literally just a cow. There's nothing different about they literally just put a cow in the game and called it Miltank. It's my vote for dumbest.
Oh my God.
There's no male versions of Miltank, and there's no male versions of Jinx. I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure there's no female versions of Mr. Mime, Mime Jr., and Dr. Rhyme.
You're absolutely right.
Fucking assholes.
That was how
others galore.
That was how like Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan start like when they started, and then they came out with Hitmontop, but at the same time they released that like baby version that it was like TY something.
Tyrogue.
Yeah, what is the
Tyrogue? Yeah, and like you could if that was male, it would only evolve to.
Yeah,
I think Tyrogue is only male.
No, Tyrogue is either, because you can either evolve it into, if it's female, it could be Hitmonchan. If it's male, it could be Hitmonlee. And then you also just got the neutral one, which was Hitmontop. Like it could be, you can evolve it to either one of like it could. Everybody can only evolve like to either one or the other. And then that was just like the default.
This picture for Tyrogue is very like he's like bent over and shit.
It says 100% male, Chase, on Bulbapedia.
For which one?
Tyrogue.
Yeah, Tyrogue, yeah. I'm on the Pokemon.
Oh, you know what it was, Chase? It was if his like special defense was higher than his defense, he'd be one. Yeah. If it was attack was higher than his special attack, he'd be another. And if they were even, which you could get him on top. Because he was like right in the middle.
I think attack higher was for Hitmonchan.
Yeah, we're gonna put that in the dumb column.
Oh no, Hitmonchan is defense higher. Hitmonlee's attack higher. Yeah, Hitmontop is if they're the same.
Yeah, dumb. Absolutely annoying.
I like the Hitmonchan shot.
Like, so you have like the fighting Pokemon, and then you have like Sawk and Throw, who are, they're in Geese. You have the Hitmons, and then you have other fighting Pokemon, which are just juice monkeys, like fucking Machamp and Conkeldurr.
Yeah.
Conkeldurr. My God.
Conkeldurr, dead. He's just holding two like concrete pillars. That's what he does, and he doesn't even use them. No attack, no bash attack, nothing.
He just swings them around though.
He just
this monster. Around. Yeah, but you know who else I like? I like the bird. He looks like the wrestler for the Mexicans.
Lucha.
Yeah, I really like his design. It's cool.
Which Pokemon design do you think is the coolest? Like some of them are clearly just stupid as fuck.
I don't know, Jigglypuff, but it just reminds me of
Jigglypuff is like
Kirby.
One shape.
Like who would win, Jigglypuff or Kirby?
Kirby. We talked about this, Ted. Kirby sucked. Harder than a black hole. Whoa. There was something going into a black hole, and Kirby opened up his mouth suck and pulled it out of the black hole. I'm pretty sure that the poundage of suck power of a black hole is like stronger than 10 pounds.
Dude, I got this dope looking one. It's Urshifu. URS.
Oh, the black bear looking one. That black bear.
It looks like Ryu with a cosplay.
Yeah, he's pretty new.
He's Sword and Shield, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Urshifu.
No, it's like a black and gray bear, but
it's Urshifu, like Ursa, like Ursaring, and then Shifu.
Yeah.
Is that? It's not the. You're telling me that's not the final evolved form of Ursaring?
No, he's different. Whole different animal.
How fucking stupid is that?
It's an evolved form of Kubufu.
He's adorable.
Kubufu. Oh, I guess he's is he a panda?
Yeah.
No, he looks like.
Well, there is. I guess there's multiple bears, but like Cubfu. Who said Kubufu?
I did.
Fucking add in letters and shit. To me, I'm typing in other fucking stuff. What did I just ask? Fuck. Can't remember.
I actually heard people saying
Design. That's right. Design. I think Volcarona is like my favorite design for a Pokemon. That's why I'm so inclined, and awesome stats.
Yeah, but, I'm down with any of those. Just like kind of non-kitty, fluffy shaped, like even like a Salamence. Like it's badass, but it's just all like kind of rounded, like nothing. They're never like
Arcanine.
Detailed enough for me. Like later, like they had some. Yeah, it's just a giant fire tiger.
See, the thing is with Volcarona, like I'm looking at a picture of Volcarona, and it makes me want to go play the game.
How do you
play with Volcarona? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I mean,
you
everything
see
like
it-
first generation was just like kind of fluffy until later they really started like. I mean, I think there's some that they could have just tried harder with, like even
fucking milk tank.
Yeah, like but I get that. That's just like it's just a milk like a cow Pokemon. Like I don't expect
Give
that
it
to
6
be.
legs. Do something.
You don't
Just
remember
give
how
it like
hard Whitney's milk
Minotaur
tank was,
legs.
dude?
Give it like an udder that's like the hole is like 5 inches in diameter.
It's just
It shoots.
It's weaponized.
It just shoots like frozen milk out of its fucking udder whatever. That's just udder tit udder.
That sand Pokemon, that sand ghost, ground ghost Pokemon, it will be forever burned in my head the image of it eating a Pikachu on the official artwork.
Which one is that?
We gotta find the name. Hold on.
What are you looking up, Ted?
No. What was your thing? How did you spell your Pokemon?
Volcarona.
Volcarona.
Yeah, Volcarona, that thing.
Volcarona. So like volcano, kind of Volcarona.
It's basically Mothra.
Yeah.
It's like Mothra.
It like incubates in like.
Here we go. I got a couple fucking dummies for you. Spoink.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good
garbage.
one.
Fucking Spoink.
That was something. I was like,
It's a
pig,
gray
like-
pig. I just showed it to my girlfriend, and she's giving me the "oh my god, it's so cute" face. Which that's how you know it's fucking dumb as fuck.
Is that a pig? What is it?
No, it's a spring Pokemon.
Like a
Spoink.
Slinky? Like sponsored by Slinky?
I guess because the pigs have twisted tails, but is it even
it's a
fucking
stretch.
true?
It's a stretch. I think they do. They have like little curly tails, but like they literally just they took a pig head and just there's no body. It's just a spring tail.
Oh wow!
What was the Darwinism basis for the springtail on pigs?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're dumb in real life.
I just sent the picture to the group chat.
Okay, yeah. Oh, Hone Edge. Hone Edge is what you were talking about, Chase.
And then it turns into that dual something.
Dewblade.
Yeah.
Dewblade. Fucking cool, but also super dumb. And then, in the same realm of stupidity and dumbness, Litwick, Lampet, and Chandelure are just possessed.
Oh, man.
No, Chandler is actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but it's fucking dumb.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
What is this one? Comfy?
Whoa. I gotta look.
Comfy. It's Comfey. Comfy. It's a fucking like little sprite or something like that.
Hawaiian flowers you put on your neck.
Oh, the one. Yeah, I know that list you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a lei, but it's just got
So
one of the
stupid.
flowers as a face on it.
Yeah.
Dude, what do you guys know about Guzzlord?
Is it because it's not legendary?
Yeah.
He's,
But like that's
yeah.
everything Trubbish should have been right from the get go. Like its hands are not just like grocery bags; they're just giant like skizzer claws. But its face, it just looks like it looks like a possessed pumpkin.
Dude, I'm just gonna share this on the Facebook chat. But the next number 14 on this list that I found, Kling Clang. They're literally just metal gears.
Klefki? Oh, Kling Kling?
Oh, Clifkey. That's definitely the fucking dumbest Pokemon. It's a set of keys.
Yeah. Yep.
Are you an asshole, Pokemon creators? Are you an asshole? Like, how do they come up with this shit? How do they not have a dolphin? But the guy's like, oh fuck, we need a 980th Pokemon. What do we do? And this guy's like, what do you have in your pockets? And the fucking guy takes his keys out. And they're just like, well, we'll make it a ghost.
I found that ice cream Pokemon. Did we have it? Do we have a name for it?
It's
Vanillish.
Yo, he's based off the
Vanilla
Marshmallow
Lux.
Man from Ghostbusters.
Terrible.
The face.
I think I sent it to you guys. I'm pretty sure it's on there if you guys want to take a look at it.
Oh, the worst.
So I'm down the list. Okay, and then even dumber, Pineco.
Just
Which-
pinecone with a face.
It's literally just a pine cone with two eyes. There's no face. It's just a fucking two eyeballs. Then Voltorb Electrode, dumb. Unknowns, not super dumb, but dumb.
Definitely.
And then the next one, Dedenne.
Just Pikachu ripoff, dude.
It's just a Pikachu. Yeah, it's a ripoff.
Yeah.
Love Disc.
Did you say
it doesn't even evolve.
Waste.
Yeah. It's a heart. Fish. It's a fish heart Pokemon.
Wasting my goddamn time.
Lame. And then Burmy, which
trash.
How is Burmy not this exact same thing as fucking Pineco? So not only do they have Pineco, but they have a bug.
It's bagworm Pokemon.
It's a bagworm. Oh, that's right. Okay, that I you know, I'm going to pull that one back. Burmy's all right because it has different forms. It's an actual creature.
Another question: Was there any Pokemon you guys had in the games that you were trying to evolve, but then like you just realized that this shit doesn't evolve?
Yeah, early on, yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. Eventually, it got to the point where like I knew everything that I wanted to do, and if I heard the game was coming out, I was making sure I knew every update, release date, everything. Yeah, and then
Garbodor is number 1,
of course.
Wow.
Klefki number 2, which
that's a close one.
What is it?
That's the thing. If it was like stupid, like if it was like that, that's one thing. But then to actually make it trash and like,
yeah,
well, what is this? Is this thing like good for anything? Like, is it like?
Why not make it like a legendary? It's like the key to the planet or some shit, and it's like, oh, it's so powerful that it has sentient or fucking.
Give it only like 100% attack stat and 0 everything else. Like if you can get a move off, you win.
Dude, I'm looking at these evolved forms of what is it? Pidgey, and then
they're
Pidgeotto, and then Pidgeot. It's like the same fucking thing.
That hurt.
Yeah,
that hurt.
No, Pidgeot that was painful to listen to.
For real?
Pidgey's not even that hard of a word to pronounce. I'm sorry.
They're not. Their stats aren't that good.
But look, what's the difference between Pichu and Pikachu?
They evolve.
Pichu's the baby version.
Yeah, Pichu is the larva stage.
Oh.
But, but then, there's one thing. You look at the Pokemon, they somewhat resemble like the next evolved form of the previous. Look at Digimon. You got fucking Digimon. It starts off with this little fucking wolf thing with a horn and like literally grows into this giant mech that has like a sniper rifle.
I know somebody who would argue with you to the death that Digimon's better than Pokemon.
Who is he? Get who is it? Because we're gonna have him on here, and I'm just gonna make him feel like the fucking trubbish that he is. I'll do that Pokemon with my life.
I like them both.
Digimon Show was better than the Pokemon show.
That's absolutely true. The show was better.
Well, that was the thing. It was like it wasn't. Yeah, it's a kid show. Yeah. It's a kid show, but like it.
The intro song was hopping.
Like Pokemon never like gets to be like, wow, that shit's badass. Like they could take Digimon. They can make Digimon like dark as hell. Like those like as they like level up. Like like you said, that one is just a wolf decked out in commando gear, and the other one just turns into a mech dragon.
Dude, that was Digimon to me was like the most Japanese anime show ever. They just kept getting stronger forms.
Well, like you said, it starts off like 2 of those kids had like those little. They were like Jigglypuffs, and then eventually they turned into like Archangels. It's like where did that come from? Dude, the one doesn't even have eyes. It just has like a metal plate over its face, but it's got 6 wings.
And they straight up speak.
I'm looking at a Drowsy, and that's just a fucking aardvark or whatever, right? A fucking anteater.
Pretty much.
Dude, Drowsy's my homie. The next one is Hypno. Look at his evolved form.
Oh shit, he's got a medallion and shit.
No, that's a yo-yo. That's a children lure. That's a children lure.
Yeah, it just
comes with a grape van too.
Dude, you see that? You see that royalty cloak he's got around his neck? Hypno. Don't sleep on Hypno. He'll eat your dreams and he'll put his thing in you.
I'm pretty sure his his little like description was like he would lure the children away at night.
literally, yeah, dude. There could be. Listen,
have you read some of these Pokedex entries? They're horrifying.
Yes, exactly what I was going to say.
That what you were talking about the like conspiracy theory. Like, I think that one with Ash just like basically just wished for eternal life in the first episode, and he's just perpetually a child. Like, the show's been going on 30 odd years now, and he's just a 12-year-old boy still. I read one where he's they think he, like, when he got electrocuted by Pikachu, that he just got put into a coma, and the whole thing is just like dreamscape. So like, Pikachu represents like his humanity. Brock represents like his like sexuality, like the fact that like he's young, so he doesn't know about it, and that's why Brock gets turned down all the time. Like he doesn't actually know how to go to the next level because he's just a kid in a coma.
This is podcast gold. Keep going.
And Misty just like represents someone like in the village that like some girl he knew, but he's just perpetually been in a coma this entire time.
It's a stripper name. Am I right or am I right?
No, you're right. I mean, but I'd argue, was there Misty strippers before Misty, the Verilion City gym leader?
No, she did it because she has daddy issues. She never met her dad because he died in a war, right?
Probably.
She's got like she's got no brothers. She's got all sisters.
She's the gym leader. Probably because Pops used to be gym leader. How's a 13-year-old chick running a gym with a fucking star me and a star you? Get the fuck out of here.
Can I just read Haunter's Pokedex entry real quick?
Yeah, go for it. That's what we're gonna go to next. I got 10 of them up in front of me.
It says its tongue is made of gas. If licked, its victim starts shaking until death comes.
Whoa,
dude! All right, Drifloon, which is literally just a fucking like a balloon ghost. The entry says, it is whispered that any child who makes Drifloon for a balloon or mistakes Drifloon for a balloon and holds onto it could wind up missing.
It just takes children, dude.
Why wouldn't you just slaughter all of them?
The only dark story I know about is about Cubone, about how he wears his dead mother's skull on his head.
Dude, Kangaskhan is his mother. You guys believe that, Ed?
I like that. That's cool.
I've definitely heard that.
Drowsy's thing is it prefers children's dreams to adults because children's dreams are much tastier.
Is that who? Is that Hypno?
Drowsy. Just pedophile Pokemon, dude.
Fucking Banette ghost type. It's a stuffed toy that was thrown away and became possessed, ever searching for the one who threw it away so it can exact its revenge.
Oh, is that the one that looks like Pikachu? It's like a mock Pikachu.
Mimikyu?
Mimikyu? That one is terrifying. That was it knew like Mimic, it could just like take the form of other Pokemon.
Yeah.
If you hear Miss Maggie is crying, they say its cries sound like incantations, and people who are around are tormented by headaches and hallucinations.
Yeah, what about Darumaka? Darumaka's droppings are so hot. Darumaka's droppings are hot.
I found this on the web for his cry-cell incantations of people who around are tormented by headaches and hallucinations. God. Check it out.
Shut up.
That's not
so people who Darumaka droppings are hot, so people use to put them in their clothes to keep themselves warm. So there's a Pokemon out there in the Pokemon world, which we need to talk about if there are guns or not in Pokemon world. Darumaka, he would take a shit and they were so hot that people would put them in their pockets to stay warm.
Yeah, but like what is that like really logical? If there's this Pokemon that loves the heat around so much, are they really in a place that they need Darumaka droppings to stay warm?
Well, you bring up a very, very, very valid point, and I have no response.
I guess there could be a winter volcano somewhere, but
assholes are just shoving shit in their pockets and trying to say it's for warmth.
So wait, he gets just straight shit in the middle of a fight, and it's legal?
Yeah, because it's like a fucking resource, I guess. But it does get cold at night in the desert. deserts do get cold at night.
Well, Galarian Darumaka has a Zen mode where he turns to fire and ice, I believe.
It's just the Galarian. It's the Alolan version, I think. It's just ice instead of fire.
Jeez.
That's the same with, like, they did all that. They did all like...
Vulpix is ice now.
Sandshrew. And then the Galarian, they just added steel to every one of them. There's like a steel Meowth that looks like a Viking. It's great.
Yeah, dude. So ridiculous Pokedex entry discussion. So, all right. So guns. Are there guns? Are there hunters?
I'm pretty sure I've seen guns in the anime a couple times.
There's no way.
There's ninja stars in the anime. I know that.
No, the Japanese one, dude.
It's the same anime, Ed.
No, they edited it.
Like when they turned Sanji's cigarette to a lollipop in the first One Piece iterations in English.
There is censorship in Pokemon cartoon.
That's upsetting. I'm just looking. I'm trying to find a good one. Some of the there's Fahrenheit Celsius again. Okay, that's all just useless. You guys got anything else?
Oh yeah, remember we were talking about before about like when the games were released? So the US, they released the US games in 98 and the Japanese got the games in 96.
Yeah. Is there a part 2?
We didn't get Pokemon Green.
Oh, there's a Pokemon Green.
Yeah.
What was that?
The US didn't
That's
get
really
Green.
That's really Pokemon Blue. It's just fixed up.
Pokemon
right.
Blue is the special edition of Green. So, yeah.
Well, red and blue were identical, right? Chase, you have blue, don't you? I gave you that.
Yeah, I got a couple. I got a bunch of them.
Yeah,
I saw one on Facebook Marketplace the other day. It was like $60 for like red, blue, yellow, and I think emerald, ruby, sapphire. Like all the pack. Took everything I had not to buy it.
Yeah. Well, just don't. Keep going with Pokemon Go. Keep descending into the shame that you were once a Pokemon master. We're at 90 minutes now, which is a good time to say goodbye. But we'll want to end this off with a part 2 of a question I asked earlier of who's the sexiest Pokemon. Now, who is the least sexiest Pokemon? Now, you have to make a list from 1, the sexiest, to the very last Pokemon that you have to have sex with in a row.
Well,
and
it's
then who
fucking Ed's favorite Pokemon is probably number 1.
Well, who's your number not 1 opposite? Who's the least? Who's the Pokemon that you want to have sex with the least?
Which Pokemon could probably bite your dick off?
I'm gonna go with the Clink. Just putting your dick in a meat grinder doesn't seem.
I guess any fire type would be bad, right?
Oh yeah, any fire type. What do you think, Ed? You're muted.
I'm gonna say least sexiest is a Guzzlord. It's horrifying.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's hard. See now
way harder.
Least sexy. I think Kling Clang is probably my answer too. It's not really fair.
I got something great.
But I was gonna say Garbodor, but like we've all had sex with some trash before, so it's not
True.
What if the Doug Trio got a hold of you?
Did you ever see those memes?
You're not having sex with the Doug Trio; they're gonna have sex with you.
That's what I'm saying.
All holes filled. That's the dumbest evolution, Ted. That was the one that you asked earlier. That it's a Diglett, and then 2 other Diglets come over to one Diglett and they're like, "Hey, we don't want to be alone anymore."
They do that so much though. Like that's like the logic behind it. Like it's just a cop out. They did that with the sword one we were talking about. Like two swords. They do that with Magnemite, just a bunch of Magnemites. That one's a little more logical because it's not like a
because they're magnets.
Yeah, they're just a magnet, like sentient magnet.
Then they just like meld together like that fucking.
But like the clank, even the clank thing, it's just 3 gears that get together, and it's worthless. Like it's just 3 gears that just spin in place. Like it's not
definitely the least sexiest Pokemon though. Like that's the last Pokemon you have sex with. I mean,
and then the sword one. Like, what am I going to do with that?
Oh, I know where you can put that one.
You could Chase swallows swords. You swallow swords.
Get in there. There's this other one. I don't know. Remember that? It turns like it's water. The final one is like a giant toad.
Yeah.
Says
is
me.
It Polywog?
No. Well, that Polytoad is like the OG version of it. But then later, Seismitoad. That one. He's a little ominous looking.
Dude, he's got tits on his head.
He's got tits on his arms. It looks big enough to take you, so you're gonna get fucked either way.
Dude, imagine that. Like, I don't want to make a rape joke, but like, you're gonna have to like force that or be forced.
Ooh.
All the dragon Pokemon are getting what they want.
How
right
about
away.
Bellosum?
She could get it too.
She can get it.
Yeah, but Lopunny was definitely great answer.
Super sexualized, like just its
Dude.
freeze frame pose is just like.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Chase had the number one answers for most sexiest and least sexiest Pokemon.
Ed's most sexiest Pokemon is just a cross dresser.
Oh my god, they got like
Jinx is like one of the least ranked sexy Pokemon, and that's Ed's first choice.
He was just like he was going for the least alarming gay pick.
It's just it's just got blowjob. It's just got blow up doll face. Like
for real.
It's like that's the pick you pick when you don't want anybody to know that you really like Mr. Mime.
You like basically dressed up. You dressed up
I'm
an
just
eggplant.
kidding,
Ed just drilled a hole in an eggplant and just was like, "Yeah, you'll do. You'll do."
Least sexiest Pokemon, like of the animal types, Venusaur.
It's the
what do you
face.
think?
It's the face.
Yeah, it's the face because you definitely know a guy who looks like Venusaur.
Dude, would you like Bellsprout?
How do you even fuck a Bellsprout?
The face?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Ed, you're muted. Do you know this?
No, I do. I don't know how that happened.
Well, same way you unmuted it. No big deal. I sent you guys this picture of Lopunny.
Oh my god!
He's literally a black chick's body with a fucking bunny head.
Oh wow!
Ted's gonna go jerk off to that now.
Who's to say I haven't already?
Yeah.
You know, when you're in your lows, you're in your lows.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. You can't just ignore impulse your whole life.
You gotta, try it out, and if it don't work, then if it do
there's
work,
there's always a ditto somewhere around the corner that you can just force to look how you want it to look.
Dude, wait till I print out this picture of Jinx, boy.
Horrifying.
Oh man.
Yeah, those are definitely solid answers. Well, we're good. We're coming up on 140. That's a perfect time to end. Any final thoughts on the Pokemon world? Anything we didn't get to that you guys want to tell to the world and the listeners who definitely exist?
Don't judge me.
I got Housefly is another Pokemon that they haven't made. They have like 6 different worms, not a single fly. They have now at this point they have several moths, never a housefly. Most common bug, They
gotta have a book of like 50,000 designs.
Well, I read that they always over design. They make way more than they need to.
They probably buy designs from people too, from the artists,
and then they choose which ones to throw in. But they definitely over design.
Yeah. All right. That's a solid episode. That was our Pokemon episode of High End Gaming. I want to thank Chasetopher and Fred Sanchezzz for coming on, both members of the Florida squad at heart. Fred really likes Miami and a sweaty chest with too many buttons unbuttoned on his shirt. All right, say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Late.
Bye. Peace out.